Welcome to the final evaluation of the Coordination on Disability project by Liberia Monitors. Thank you for your commitment to the project. Thanks to IPhone, the National Union of Organizations of the Disabled, the National Commission on Disability, the Liberia Labour Congress, the Liberia Chamber of Commerce, the Government of Liberia, the KT, and the Business Startup Center in Monrovia. Together, you've changed the lives of many thousands of people with disabilities and their families, but also the disability sector in itself. A special thanks to CEDA for supporting the project. And congratulations to the members of the technical committee that was established in July of 2025 to monitor the implementation of the roadmap for decent work for people with disabilities. You are now at the forefront of the campaign, representing hundreds of thousands of people with disabilities across Liberia. So we are putting our faith in you. In June of 2025, Liberia Monitors spoke with 359 project beneficiaries. We spoke with people with disabilities, entrepreneurs, students, family members, local duty bearers, health workers, and with all the major stakeholders in the project. And we were very impressed by the overall impact of the project in terms of awareness on disability issues, social dialogue activities, some of the startups, the students in CVET centers, and the access to sexual and reproductive health products and services. First, we will share some of the main outcomes and then link them to recommendations for the future. One, there are now 25 organizations for people with disabilities who participate in discussions with their local duty bearers on socioeconomic development programs. This is a major achievement because these OPDs deliver the field soldiers who advocate for disability rights every day, and they are stronger than before. But they also need continued support, and they need your backing, your expertise, and your political weight. So please cherish them, call them, visit them, inform them, and train them. The OPDs are the body of the disability sector, but they cannot function without a head. Two, the project has affected several laws and programs already. Disability issues are recognized in the government's arrest agenda, in the NCD Act, the TVET Act, the National Disability Action Plan, and of course, the National Roadmap on Decent Work for People with Disabilities. If the OPDs and their members are the body and the committee is the head, then these institutions are your weapons. The roadmap is a tool that you can use to fight for accessibility, to fight for employment, and to fight for financial resources and education. But it's also a shield that protects people with disabilities from discrimination. So please use these institutions because they are your tools for change. Three, thanks to the CAD project, almost 80% of people with disabilities have increased their income, and almost 50% are in some form of occupation or work. Although most people still don't have enough income to cover their needs, this is a very important outcome because it pushes people closer to the international poverty line or above. Secondly, it boosts the self esteem of people with disabilities because they feel more empowered, more independent, and prouder of themselves. And thirdly, other people also change their perception of people with disabilities because they observe that people with disabilities can work, contribute to society, and be respected. So this has an impact on everyone in society. Four, awareness about disability is up. The project published newspaper articles, radio campaigns, video campaigns, and lobbying campaigns. Now, the mass media campaigns potentially reached millions of people. The video and lobbying campaigns were smaller in scale, but bigger in impact because they bring together people with disabilities with their family members, neighbors, and duty bearers to fundamentally change their understanding of disability. 97% of respondents said that they changed their perception of the social economic contribution of people with disabilities. This is important for students with disabilities, as well as for women with disabilities, to improve their access to sexual and reproductive health products and services, which 71% of participants did. Five, the knowledge and perceptions of social actors in Liberia changed dramatically. Over 1,000 people, including yourselves, participated in roundtables, sectorial consultations, council meetings, and national conferences. All these meetings have improved people's knowledge of employment rights for people with disabilities, and all these meetings have culminated in the roadmap for decent work. Let's now finish with some recommendations for the future and some lessons learned. For a full overview of all of the recommendations, please do read the full report. 1. Continue to strengthen the institutional capacity of the disability sector. The CADEL project provided stakeholders with knowledge and tools, but this is not the end. This is the beginning. The roadmap starts in 2025 and it ends in 2030. So you've got the map, you can see a long road ahead of you of 5 years. So it's now time to start driving the car. But you also need a detailed plan and a monitoring and evaluation plan. And you'll need gasoline or financing. And then every day you drive a few miles closer to your objectives. 2. Spread the word. Cadell has been very successful in campaigning to spread awareness. So please build on this. Get the word out on the radio, in newspapers, on social media, in newsletters to organizations for people with disabilities, etc. 3. For startups, build on the good practices of the DASU project. Here, startups received loans instead of grants, and they received continuous training and monitoring. And if it's difficult to manage the loans through a centralized organization, they could also be linked to local VSLA schemes. More details in the report. 4. TVET centers as startup hubs. The TVET centers already have the tools, the materials, and the space to host startup activities for students and alumni. So this could create a win-win situation in which students can generate income from the products and services they deliver, and CVET centers can use those startups as a marketing tool to attract more students. 5. Continue to use IFO's expertise. The Cadell project trains community workers, people with disabilities, to collect field data for M&E purposes. So use these people because they're qualified, they are well connected in their communities, and they can do field work cheaply and effectively. The same goes for the IFO staff in Morovia because they were at the heart of making Cadell a success. So please use their expertise in the future. Thank you for your attention. We hope that you also enjoyed reading the full report. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.